At Stuff Magazine, we like to think we're the experts, and in the rare occasion that we're not experts when it comes to business, we bring in the experts, like Arabile Gumede, who's a brilliant business journalist, but also, not only is the hardest working business journalist I know, but his phone is the hardest working Android device. His poor Samsung.
It feels it. It feels my pain.
Beating. So I've been testing this really remarkable phone, the Samsung Galaxy Fold3. And because I wanted to see what someone who's a hardcore user thought about it, I gave it to Arabile. Luckily, I managed to get it back eventually.
Only just barely. Only just barely.
I like it, Arabile, because I read a lot, and my basic experience is, basically that I read with whatever device I've got. So it's usually on my phone. It's got a 6-inch screen. That is 6 inches on the outside, and 7.8 on the inside. Yeah. So when you open it up, I have a much bigger reading surface. Yeah. I've watched movies. I like that. I like the experience of it. I would do it much more when I start traveling on planes again. But just as a reading device, and it's fantastic.
No, look, you make note of just the reading element, and I think that's absolutely great. Let's remember the functionality of a Kindle, right? Which is what we always looked at and thought that was sort of the pure example.
Gold standard.
Exactly. And this kind of leads directly into that.
Yes.
I'm one of those then that also gets involved in quite a lot of cinematography and videos and all of those aspects, whether it be for personal or for other work as well. And so to have a screen like this, to be able to then view that element properly, to see the HD capability, the 4K capability of whatever item it is that I'm viewing as well, it's exactly the point of having a screen like this, right? Yeah. That functionality is precisely for that.
Well, you make a really good point, because of course Samsung makes the screens. I mean, for me, what's amazing, if we show the viewer, this fold, it's a screen that folds. It's just amazing.
I think, and that's the weird thing, right? So the first time we saw an iteration of a folding sort of screen or folding phone, really, back in the day.
3 years ago, they peeled off the screen.
Right.
It was the screen protector.
Precisely. Yeah. When actually, now they've developed it so much that you're looking right into it and realizing that actually it works perfectly. I think it's an absolutely brilliant piece of technology.
It does, and it's, when it's closed, it works like you would expect a normal, regular-sized smartphone to work.
Yeah.
You function as normal, and then you can just expand the size of your palette. So now, there's an interesting thought about it, because it's not cheap. It's 38,000
Rand.
Of
course, yeah.
I think that in 5 years' time, the cost of foldable phones will have come down, the economics of supply and demand, and we'll start having much cheaper versions of this. I mean, I look at Samsung's A series range. They are phenomenal.
Those
devices.
I mean, they really just feel like the S Galaxy range as well already, right? Like the Galaxy range itself. So you look at it and you think, well, are these the same phone? Are they competing against each other for that matter?
I mean, the specs are amazing on the A series, but I mean, talking about camera quality, this is phenomenal. I mean, I've been so impressed at the quality of picture, just shooting like that, or if you really want like a really good interface, you can get a really good picture. Oops, let's turn it direction. We get a really good picture of our poor, long-suffering film director. So overall, what do you think?
Look, I'm very excited about it, and I really think, for me, compared to even just the Z Flip, actually, this is for me a better phone. It certainly offers me a lot more. I still like the sort of rectangular shape of the phone that I can still keep in my pocket in that sense, and still have the extension. All right, as you made note of a little bit earlier. Functionality, absolutely great. Camera, always a necessary part of all of it. For me, absolutely really great, and I really cannot wait to continue to have one, hopefully in the near future, when I can take 38K and put it into a phone.
Well, I tell you what, Bruce Whitfield asked me a good question on 702 the other night, and he said, if you think about it, if it's like, it's almost the size of an iPad mini, 1 inch smaller. It's the two devices in one.
Yeah.
Normal, regular size phone and tablet-like device. And I stopped and I thought, yes, of course, a business journalist would think like that.
Functionality. Everything is about functionality and whether it's going to profit you the most.
Listen, Arabile, thanks for doing this. I'm going to
Anytime.
drag you into studio some more. You've been watching Stuff Studios. Go to stuff.co.za. Please like us, subscribe us, and come back so you can see more of Arabile Gumede. Cheers. Thank you for coming to look at us at Stuff Studios. You may remember that we began life as a magazine, but we have expanded into so much more. We do these kinds of videos on YouTube, we do podcasts, and we do everything else that a modern media company now does. And thankfully, we still don't believe our own PR. But we are the authoritative guide to everything tech. Not just the gadgets or technology you want to buy, but how to use it, how to upskill yourself, how to use apps to make your life easier and solve real problems, how to use different kinds of technology to make your life better, to work from home easier, and when we have to start traveling again, how to do that better as well. This is Stuff Studios. Please like us and subscribe below.